Right, I think we are back live, hopefully. I shall carry on regardless. This next little segment, I want to introduce a couple of characters to you. I mentioned previously the mysterious Mme Jewel. So who exactly is Mme Jewel? She's always clothed in black, and some call her the Dark Lady. Her power in government is unprecedented. Her influence has been strong throughout all of this so far. Here's the views of Field Marshal Cheshire, taken from his personal journal. She is everywhere, the Dark Woman. Something, I don't know what, even writing it feels ridiculous, is wrong. I do not understand how she is here, but also with my commanders in the field, and yet still with the government at home. But how else is she to run this war? How else is she to tell us all what we must do? It may feel wrong, but I know it makes sense. It must make sense, or we stand no chance of winning this war. We must stop the machines. We must stop those blasted automated men, though at least we know now how to spot them. We must cure this terrible disease, the Grey Death, that begins to prove deadlier than even the enemy machines. Yet a part of me feels otherwise. A part of me feels hollow with dread, as though I wavered at the edge of a great precipice, sick with anticipation of that I cannot comprehend. Stronger each time I receive an order from her, or even catch a glimpse of her. Even her girls, once a pleasant diversion, begin to inspire the same dread. Others feel it too. My adjutant almost vomited over his shoes the last time she visited. Those who meet her are white and drawn, and not just from the pressures of war. Dare I raise it? I am Field Marshal after all, but it is not rational to dread her so. If word got back that I was losing my grip, I could be relieved of command. And who else is better qualified to lead, stands a better chance of victory than I? With her advice, surely we can do naught but win. So, Mme Jewel is a little bit of a divisory character. Well, but we do have some other characters as well. Some of them might be vaguely familiar to some of you, none more so than Amy. In daylight, Amy's intense amber gaze seemed friendly, but as the afternoon darkened to night, the husky's eyes glowed eerily under the street lanterns. Grace held the dog close to her side on a short leather leash, intended to reassure others rather than her or Amy. Amy's presence, or more specifically, her teeth, had often proved a formidable means of repelling the unwanted attention that an unaccompanied girl might attract on these streets. A growl from Amy sent most would-be assailants scuttling back into the shadows. Amy had disadvantages too. She left coarse white hairs over all of Grace's things, and she had an enormous appetite. It would be hard to keep Amy fed if Grace's employment had been ordinary. And there was another drawback. Grace's employment called for discretion. She could wear different clothes, tie up her hair, even dress as a boy. But Amy always looked like a husky. An animal like this did not go unremarked. Amy was lucky that she had not been spotted by a furrier and made up into a hat or a pair of gloves before Grace found her, lost on the streets. Now people knew her as Grace's dog, Amy and Grace, a familiar sight. That familiarity protected them, hiding in plain sight. Grace's employer called it. She and Amy were too obvious, too visible, and too identifiable for anyone to believe they could be involved in anything secret. So Amy and Grace wandered around unchallenged and largely unnoticed. Recently, the nature of Grace's assignments had changed. In times past, she'd passed messages to a rather notorious house on Silver Street. The house had a certain discreet reputation to uphold, so a messenger girl was entirely untoward. But now, Grace's employer had charged her to watch the occupants of the house rather than work with them. At some point, the winds had changed, and for whatever reason, Grace's masters were now suspicious of the elegant courtesans of Silver Street. Right. So, we've got a little bit more of that to come later on. But the next thing that's going to happen, not immediately, because this half hour is all about me, is I'm going to be doing some singing in a few minutes. So I'm going to finish the video, let you recover from the devastation that you've just experienced in that reading. and then I'll do a few weirdo songs for you in a couple of minutes. Hope you've already got your glasses charged. See you in a few minutes. I'm going down here.